It began on a rainy night, the kind of night when the city lights blurred into streaks of gold against wet glass, and the world seemed quieter than usual, except for the thundering guilt in Daniel's heart. He adjusted his tie nervously as he pulled into the valet of the Crown Royale, the city's most prestigious five-star hotel. To anyone else, Daniel looked like a man of power and control, his expensive suit pressed perfectly, his car gleaming beneath the dripping rain. But inside he was hollow. He wasn't here on business. He wasn't here for family. He was here with someone who wasn't his wife. And yet fate had plans Daniel could never have imagined. If you love gripping, emotional stories full of betrayal, suspense, and shocking twists, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Exposed Tales, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Daniel thought he had it all under control. His mistress, Emily, was younger, vibrant, full of life, the complete opposite of his wife, Sarah, who had quietly stood beside him for years. Sarah had endured his long work hours, his cold silences, his dismissive sighs when she tried to reach him. She had been loyal, patient, and kind, but Daniel was too blind to see her worth. Somewhere along the way, he convinced himself he deserved more excitement. Emily clung to his arm as they walked through the lobby. "This place is stunning," she whispered, her eyes wide with awe at the marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and grand piano softly echoing through the hall. Daniel smirked, pleased with himself. To Emily, he was powerful, generous, a man who could offer her the world. And to Daniel, Emily was a reminder that he still had youth, charm, and desirability left. But what Daniel didn't know was that on this very night, everything he thought he controlled would collapse in one breathtaking, humiliating moment. As they checked in, the concierge smiled warmly. "Welcome, sir." "Welcome, ma'am. You're going to love your stay?" Daniel slid his card without hesitation. He had been here before, but this night carried a dangerous thrill. He felt untouchable. They entered the elevator, and Emily giggled, leaning against him. "You're so bad, sneaking me here like this." Daniel only grinned. But as the elevator doors slid shut, a voice called out, "Hold the elevator." The doors paused, then reopened, and when Daniel's eyes lifted, his world shattered. There she was, Sarah, his wife, dressed not in her usual modest, understated clothes, but in a sleek, confident black dress that spoke of power. Her hair, usually tied back, flowed elegantly over her shoulders. Her presence was commanding, magnetic. She walked into the elevator with a calm smile, not the broken one he expected, not the hurt woman he thought he had abandoned. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. Sarah. Her eyes met his unflinching. "Hello, Daniel." Emily blinked, confused, glancing between them. You know her," Daniel stammered. She's my wife." Emily's hand flew to her mouth. The silence in that small elevator was suffocating. But Sarah only smiled, not bitterly, not with rage, but with a knowing calm that made Daniel's stomach twist. When the doors opened again, Sarah stepped out gracefully. "Enjoy your stay, Daniel," she said softly before disappearing into the bustling hotel lobby. Daniel was frozen, his mistress silent beside him. He wanted to run after her, to explain, to beg, but fear paralyzed him. Something about Sarah felt different. The truth came crashing down later that night. As he and Emily sat in the luxury suite, Daniel received a call from the front desk. "Mr. Reed, the owner of the Crown Royale, would like to personally welcome you. She'll be joining you shortly." Confused, Daniel frowned. "Owner, I thought the hotel was run by investors." But before he could finish, the suite door opened, and there she was again, Sarah. But this time, she wasn't just his wife. She was the new owner of the entire five-star hotel. The air went cold. Emily stood up, her face pale. I should go?" Sarah raised a hand gently. "No need, Emily. Please sit." Her voice was steady, but her eyes pierced through Daniel. "This isn't about her. It's about him." Daniel's knees felt weak. "Sarah, I can explain." Sarah's lips curled into a sad smile. "Explain." "After years of neglect, after dismissing me as if I were invisible, I waited, Daniel. I supported you when you had nothing. I stood by you when you doubted yourself. And while you were chasing thrills, I was building something real. Something of my own." She looked around the room with pride. "This hotel, it's mine now. Do you know why? Because I finally realized I didn't need you to define me. I didn't need your love to prove my worth. I found my own power, my own success, my own voice." Daniel swallowed hard, shame burning his chest. He had never seen her like this, confident, radiant, untouchable. Emily shifted uncomfortably, whispering, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know," and quickly excused herself. Now it was just the two of them, husband and wife. But the power dynamic had shifted completely. Daniel fell to his knees. "Sarah, please, I made a mistake. I was weak. I don't want to lose you." Her eyes softened, but they did not bend. "Daniel, you lost me long before tonight. You just never noticed." She turned toward the door, pausing only once. "This hotel is my new beginning, and for you, consider this your ending." The door clicked shut behind her, leaving Daniel in a silence heavier than any storm. He sat there, broken, realizing too late that the woman he had overlooked was far greater than the thrill he had chased. Before we reach the powerful closing message of this story, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Exposed Tales so you never miss another emotional twist like this one. Sarah's journey wasn't just about revenge. It was about rediscovery. She had taken years of pain and turned it into strength. She had proved that silence doesn't mean weakness, that patience doesn't mean submission, and that love for oneself is the most powerful force of all. As Sarah walked through the grand halls of her hotel that night, she felt no bitterness, no regret, only freedom. She had risen from the shadows of neglect into the light of her own success. And Daniel, he became a living lesson. A reminder that if you take love for granted, if you betray the one who stood by you in your darkest days, you might one day watch them rise without you, higher than you ever imagined. The message was clear: never underestimate the quiet strength of a loyal heart, because once it finds its wings, it will soar beyond your reach forever.